Hi guys, and welcome to my tutorial on how to code a simple game in Batch. Um, Now I'm just gonna go over the basics in this tutorial. I'm gonna have a series, hopefully, if this is, helpful, a series of tutorials, step 1 through, maybe I'll do 10, I'll try to make it 10, and it's just going to be coding this simple text-based game in a batch file. Now you can only do this on Windows, but just need Notepad. So here we go. So first of all, as I said, you just need Notepad. So what we're going to do is just type in Notepad. Now I'm going to use Notepad++, and I really recommend you download it, but you don't have to. The only reason I like it is because it labels the number of lines, and it just overall is a better experience. But you're welcome to use Notepad, it's the same exact thing. So anyway, once you have it open, Notepad or Notepad++, if you're Notepad++, this is what it's going to look like. And let's just dive right into it. So first of all, hit Control S since you're on Windows, or I guess Mac, Command S, or you can just go File, Save, go to Desktop, and before we continue this, what I want you to do is create a new folder on your desktop, and you're going to call it Batch Code, but I'm just going to call it Tutorial, right? So just do that, okay? Once you've done that, we can save it, and save it to that tutorial. Now, before you do that, I'm just gonna type in tutorial again, but call it, I don't know, game 1 or test or something, or whatever you want to call it. And then the most important thing is you type in .bat, B-A-T. That's a batch file. It stands for batch, which basically runs it in command prompt. So once you do that, it'll automatically say, hey, he saved it as a .bat, which means he's coding in batch. Let's say for some reason it didn't do that, and everything still, when you type, just looks black to you, no color. What you want to do is go up here to language and go to batch. Alright, but let's say you've already done that. What you want to do now is type in @echo off. Now I'm going to explain this in a second. Actually, I'll do it right now. Why not? Get it out of the way. So @echo off, you do this every time you do a batch file. You always type in @echo off. Echo is a command used very frequently in Bash. Basically, echo means say something. In Python, for example, it would be print, and then whatever you want to say. But in Batch, it's called echo. So let's say you want to say hello. You type in echo hello, and then you would read hello. It's that simple. So once you type in @echo off, we can make a color. Now, I haven't memorized all these colors, but a color that I like to use, kind of a matrix style, would be color. Type in color, and then I like 0A or OA. That's basically a black background with green text. That's my favorite, but you don't even need to put this in. It's just for personal preference. So today we're going to be setting up the menu, so let's get started. So batch is very simple because it's all in these certain areas. So for example, this would be the menu, and then anything under that is going to appear in the menu screen. Then this would be the start screen. Anything under that's going to appear on the start screen. And in the menu screen, I could say hello, and then you don't have to copy this, by the way. And then I could say go to start. So then it would say hello, and then go to the start screen. And then it's basically, that's pretty simple. So right now we're just going to create something called menu, and you need a colon, that's saying, hey, this is an area, and type in menu. And there should be a yellow box around the menu. Now, under that, we're going to type in CLS. What CLS means is clear screen. For example, I'm going to open command prompt for a second. And I can actually type in echo hello and type in all the stuff. And then if I type in CLS, it clears it all. So it clears the screen. And then again, as you can see here, I did color OA. If I do that in command prompt, it makes it green. So I'm gonna clear the screen, and I'll tell you why I'm doing that in a second, but just do it right after the menu, clear screen, and then let's get started right away. So I'm gonna type in echo, so it's saying something, and then menu. Now I'm gonna type in something after this. You don't have to type this in. I'm just gonna type in pause so you guys can see what that does. But this is what it does. So tutorial here, if I click on that, it says menu. You see I said echo menu over there. It said menu at the very top line. Let's say you didn't want it at the top line. Let's say you want it at the second line. Then you would type in echo, no space, period. Now what that does is that just moves it down one line. Oh, whoops, I forgot to pause. That just moves it down one line. See, now it's on the second line. So, now that we got that out of the way, we're gonna set up the menu. So after menu at the very top, I'm gonna type in echo, period, so it skips a line, then echo, period again, so it skips another line, and then echo, and then I'm gonna say 1, start. And basically that's gonna show start, and then a 1 thing over there. So if you press, it should be eventually when you press 1, it goes to start. And then echo, period, I'm gonna leave a space, and then echo 2, info, and then echo space, echo 3, and then I'm gonna make this quit. So basically, what we've done is we've just created 3 go-to places. So you can either go to start by typing in 1 and then pressing enter, that'll take you to start. By pressing 2, enter, that'll take you to info. And by pressing 3 and then enter, that'll quit, and that'll be the end of it. So if I run this, it says start, info, quit. And since I put a pause there, it'll say press and continue. It's just gonna quit. Don't worry about that. But that's basically what we have so far. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.